Hello and welcome to the workshop. Tonight is episode 382. Tonight on the workshop, it's Jester, Andy, and Elner. The way it works here on the workshop is we were each given an assigned topic. We have to write 3 to 5 minutes of material on that, and then we open it up to the group, and then we discuss what worked, what didn't work. We offer tags and any personal horrifying stories from our own past, kept a secret for decades. That sometimes bubbles up in the workshop, but that's okay. This is a comedy safe space. After that, we work on our own materials and we work out any emotions that are still bubbled up after the trauma we revealed in the first segment, and we do that in the same order. Tonight's set list tonight is going to be Jester up first, Andy, and then Elner. Starting up tonight with my just killer of a word, let's get me on stage, metal detectors. Okay, now that is a shit assignment, but if I'm to take any inspiration from the metal detector community, it's if I dig long enough, I'll find something. It might just be a piece of shit, but if I dig long enough, I'll find something. I had a couple of uncles who was the metal detector guy, and they were always super excited to show me their crystal Pepsi bottle cap or key ring or whatever other piece of garbage they dug out of the dirt. I don't know. Most people at the beach try to avoid sharp objects, but not the metal detector guy. He's specifically looking for the sharp objects. Ultimately, metal detecting is sifting through dirt, trying to find garbage. Really, the appeal seems to be similar to the appeal of ice fishing. It's a great way for retired men to avoid spending time with their wives. One of the first metal detectors ever used was used on President Garfield, who was shot on July 2nd, 1881. Now, I looked into it. President Garfield was not shot on a Monday. I hoped that he was. That would have tracked. But anyways, he was shot, and they couldn't find the bullet. And Alexander Graham Bell was on the case with an early metal detector as President Garfield lay on the bed. And the physician attending to President Garfield refused to let him use the machine on the left-hand side of the body, which history will tell you is where the bullet was hiding. But the doctor, despite knowing absolutely nothing about where it was confident that that was where it was. And so that's where he let him use the machine. Now, unfortunately, the machine had not really been tested. It was turned up way too high. And as he lay on the spring mattress, the machine went, "My God, man, you're full of springs." The machine was ultimately useless. Anyways, that's all I have on metal detectors, guys. I scanned around for a while, but I couldn't find any beeping beeps. So thanks.
Good job.
Thanks.
I'm gonna give you notes just because it's Andy's first time, so he probably hasn't seen how this works. So I like that you put a bunch of stuff in it, like the stuff with the guy getting metal detected. I don't even know who that is, but that's fine. Like, I'm sure it's a reference that like most people know, presidents and stuff like that dying. Whatever. It was fine. Like, I like the concept of the metal detector not working and then you being the metal detector.
Sarah Kate White has a banger of a comment. I just want to drop it with "Beach better have my money."
Nice.
I love that.
Nice.
I love a pun.
You were talking about something at the beginning being a piece of shit.
Yeah, it's just looking for garbage and dirt is what it is.
Yep. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. It might be a piece of shit, but if it beeps, we're golden.
I just remembered I have one other metal detector joke. I actually worked at the last Radio Shack in Michigan that still had a parts drawer with all of the little circuits and all the different drawers. And my job at that company was someone would come in looking for a metal detector, and then my job was to show them the metal detectors we had on sale. And then I would show them how to build their own metal detector with $4 worth of parts. And that business went out of business for some reason.
What's funny is what they could hope to find everything they sold at Radio Shack. That's all they were going to find in metal detecting.
Pieces of the cars on and stuff.
Yeah.
How much did the metal detector cost?
The metal detector was like $150, or
you
could make. I should have said that. Yeah.
You should have said that, right?
Yeah.
What else do we have? For looking for sharp. Oh, the guy's looking for sharp objects. I can see into the future. I can tell that your death is either going to be by stab wounds, or by tetanus from the stuff you find on the beach.
Okay.
And then you were talking about the guy getting away from their wives. You can also add like, what wives? These are metal detector people. Why would they be married? That's all the tags I had for it.
Facebook user adds, it would be funny to see a skit where the overbearing father has a metal detector but uses it on his daughter's boyfriend to make sure that they are good kids and not listening to heavy metal music. That's the thing. Remember those emo pants that had all sorts of studs and shit on them? It would just be like, wee. That's how you weed out the. It's an official tool for weeding that out.
Also, overbearing father.
Yeah. Or you could just pull a classic and use a gun, right? I mean,
sure.
People go with what works.
Pepsi also. Love the Crystal Pepsi reference. So metal detectors are like the 80s, and Crystal Pepsi's going right back there. So I thought that was relevant. And anybody pulling out President Garfield on any topic that shows you did your research, that's really fucking impressive.
Yeah, that's not like in the first paragraph of the metal detectors wiki.
No, you gotta do. And I don't know if any of that story is accurate, but you said it was such.
It is.
That, I believe you looked up Monday. Like
that's a Jester stand-up set trademark, is that I always put fun facts in there.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, I'm going to tell you something you didn't know and then tell you why I think it's funny.
Cool.
All right. Any other notes on metal detectors, Andy?
The only other thing I'd maybe do is Crazy Prospecting Uncle. We've all had that fucking, the Apple Dumpling Gang, that guy. Like fucking Don Knotts back in the day, just going forward with his little ski shooters and things like that. That always makes me think of that type of personality.
Golly, there's just way too many bottle caps.
There you go. Yeah. There you fucking go. So.
All right. I know that's good to know.
That's a great, like, out of nowhere, that impression. Wow.
Next up, we've got Andy.
Okay, first of all, thank you. In Andy's first time, so he probably doesn't know how this works. Not the first time I've heard that before. My topic, the fountain of youth. Myth or reality of modern science. Modern science can give you boners. Big, giant, mildly adequate boners. It can give you new teeth. It can give you hair. Is that giving lucky men and women the fountain of youth, or is that just giving people syphilis? Fountain of youth, science or myth? Speaking of weird people who really don't know a lot, Christopher Columbus, Ponce de Leon, what they both have in common, shitty sailors. Both started expeditions, both wildly misinformed about where they were going. Both stopped in the Florida Keys because the weather was good and said, you know what, we're here. Ponce de Leon, he's the guy that was looking for the fountain of youth. Mark Twain wrote that life should progress backwards, started around 80, moved towards 18. Not a terrible idea. Both old men, babies, they both wear diapers. Both have trouble eating solid food, and anything introducing boobs in my life at age 80, I'm guessing that would be a nice change of pace. Hell, it would be a nice change of pace right now. The fountain of youth, the ambiguity involved there scares me, though. See, the fountain of youth doesn't specify how youthful you become, or if you're aware of what you know today when your new youth is found. What if you went all the way back to where you needed to be breastfed? Only it's not a time machine, so mom's not there to breastfeed you. Damn it. Not that I want my mom to breastfeed me, really. Instead, it's Nancy, the NICU nurse that's hanging around the NICU, and she's there because other moms can't breastfeed, and breastfed milk is better than bottle formula, so she's there to breastfeed everybody, and she grabs you, only you really don't want to breastfeed off of those sausage nipples, and so you're like, no, but all it is you're crying because you're young at this point, and then she takes you and she shoves it on, and it's either suffocate or survive. And so you make a choice that you're really not wanting to be aware that you had to make. The Fountain of Youth, what else did I write? Fountain of Youth, it's dangerous. You see those labels that they have on medication that tell you that if you take this medication with your Bloody Mary, that you'll die. Only your eyesight's not bad anymore. I want that label. I want to know what's involved in the Fountain of Youth. I know who I was back in the day. I know who I used to be at 25. I wasn't Elner there. I wasn't Jester there. I wasn't a hot dude back in my past. Why the hell would I want to go back there? Hell, at 25, my ex-wife left me and took my kids. At least nowadays, well, my wife just left me and took my kids. So maybe life doesn't really change, and maybe that's the whole damn concept involved with the Fountain of Youth anyway. Maybe we're not supposed to go backwards. Maybe we're just supposed to learn. And maybe the whole adage at the end of the day is life fucking sucks. Don't try to repeat it. Just try to hang on and goddamn survive. Thank you, guys.
Hey.
Good job.
That was great. It was the bad old days. So also adults in the middle of the time stream of between baby and old person were also shitting themselves. Everyone was shitting themselves. It was the bad old days. Yeah. And because they were trying to do like a whole reverse aging thing, and like the whole, I'm imagining them trying to do that, like some babies in that weird conquistador armor. And I wrote down, instead of Benjamin Button, you're dealing with Benjamin Buckle. I don't know. I think buckle's a funny word.
What did I have here? I like that you put the joke before you even got the word out. Like you had like your thing. Always going to boners is a good thing.
Was it Fountain of Youth?
Yeah, Fountain of Youth.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
You were talking about introducing boobs at 80 is a good thing always, unless it's 80-year-old boobs.
You're right.
Okay. Yeah, you're going back to like, now you're like kind of a baby again, but you have the knowledge, but you're getting fed by a nurse, right?
Yeah, they actually have those in NICUs. It's really fucking scary. They have these ladies that will fucking feed the babies when their moms can't breastfeed, and it's so creepy to me.
Okay. But what if like you're now aware, right? You're physically a baby, but you're aware.
Yeah.
But you have to pay her like at a bar for breastfeeding you.
That's true. Yeah. So this is good.
Yeah. And then if you don't tip her, she gives you the boob with the sour milk.
Oh, that's good.
I don't know why my mind went there. That's where I went. That's it. That's all I had for notes.
I get it. No, I get it. Feeding babies is weird. That's why I'm pushing a firm "don't feed the babies" platform. Vote for me. You can find me on the Republican ticket.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Next up, we've got Elner.
All right. Just light me up when I'm close. So my word was Rome. I've never been to Rome, so it was a challenge. I imagine my favorite things, if I were to go to Rome, would be the Colosseum, you know, like it's like MMA with swords and shit, and maybe tigers and shit. That would be cool. Or maybe that statue, like it's called Capolitan Wolf. Basically, it's the she-wolf that's feeding the two twins, Remus and Romulus, the founders of Rome, right? So basically, this is the symbol of the city of Rome. Or maybe it's just a fancy way to call their mom a bitch. But basically, the part that I would like probably less is visiting the Vatican because it's full of pedophiles and stuff. But the new Pope seems cool. He's got his like glass pimp mobile, you know, all decked out. You know, I think it would be cool to ride around with him inside that thing, fully armored and stuff. What could happen? Probably the creepiest thing would probably be him like picking out kids in the crowd, like, oh, bring me this one. But obviously, this would be a job for somebody else. But new Pope is cool, Pope Francis. Apparently, that's what they say. Did you know that he has 4 siblings? Could you imagine being like the younger child of the Pope? So you used to get slapped around by the holiest person in the world. How fucked up would that be? Like, you know that at some point, baby Pope copped a fart, came up to his brother, and tried to choke him with it, right? you know that this is someone, and that someone needs to call him father now. It's so creepy. But at the end of the day, like, there's also like the crazy stuff about ancient Rome, right? You had Pontius Pilate like offing Jesus, like he was like just some dude. But like the modern Rome is kind of similar to the ancient Rome. Like we're at the end of the day, we're all the same people, right? So even you have depictions like they had bathroom graffiti in ancient Rome. Did you know that? The bathroom graffiti, they drew dicks on stuff. They would write stuff like, "Oh, Leonidas' mom is a hoe," or like, "Call Cleopatra for a good time. She's always down." Stuff like that. They even had like pictures of this is really happened. This messed with me a little bit. So rich people in the olden days had special servants that would hold their hair while they're throwing up drunk, right? This is crazy. You had to have a special servant for that. Like modern days, it's kind of like what Kim Kardashian did for Paris Hilton for a while, right? She was kind of the person to hold her hair. And look, it's not a bad first step in a long career, right? Step one, hold Paris Hilton hair while she throws up so she doesn't throw up on herself. I get it. Step two, take black dick on camera. I get it too. Step three, get your dad or stepdad to chop off his dick on a reality show. Step four, blow President Trump for criminal reform. I'm guessing like steps 2 through 4 involve some kind of combination of dick and camera. I don't know why, but this is just the career. Step 5, obviously, divorce Kanye and collect child support, which is not a bad step. Like, I'm not sure how I got from ancient Rome to Kim Kardashian, but I think the reason is because the state of her marriage is pretty much the same state as the old Roman Empire. It's ruined and it's forgotten. And it's probably some old shit that we don't want to dig up. So that's it. That's all I had for Roman shit.
Hey. Did you write that whole set on Rome in a day? Dude,
it took me like 4 days to come up with shit. I wrote like 5 pages. None of them were this. Like this, all that shit came today. Because I was like, everything else I can. Like, I had probably 10 minutes about pedophiles in the Vatican. And
I like that. I got to add a tag for that. Instead of say uncle, it's say father.
Okay. Nice.
What were you saying, Andy?
No, that's good. That's funny.
That's hilarious. Okay, cool. What else? What else you got for me? Andy, how about you?
I'll wait for Jesse. You good, Jesse?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I had something else.
Dude, I'm in awe. You guys have both been doing this longer than I have. Fuck you. I just wrote a bit on the Kardashians that was 5 minutes. This shit way funnier and way more creative to go from ancient Rome. And every one of your jokes, I just wrote about her marriage ending. I just threw Kanye out there as a one-liner just to let it stand. But you did it in your voice the whole entire way. It works with your personality. To take it from ancient Rome to her, and every one of those one-liners got them all.
It takes experience to write Pope material that's infallible.
Yeah, and not just and to go from the Pope to Kim Kardashian and have it all make logical sense. Genius. I just stand in awe. I can't. No suggestions, but I bow down to you.
Damn, bro. That's cool. Cool. We'll see the other shit that I'll have later on. Might suck more. Cool. All right. Thank you, guys.
Absolutely. Awesome. All right. Now we go into the next segment where we each work on our own material. Anything that we've had that worked well in the past, anything that we want to get some notes on, anything that we're testing the waters of. So I'm going to open us up for that. So I've had a lot of weird things happen to me, and I'm not sure if it's spring allergies, which I've had every year, or the COVID vaccine, which I've had now, but it's changed my view on everything. I've only had my first shot, and I've already been hearing there's all sorts of symptoms, like having the shakes. I've also heard that one of the other symptoms is getting angry, but that's a bunch of bullshit. But you know, you know, I don't know. I'm getting worried. Memory loss is apparently one of the I heard maybe one of the side effects, and I've been having the opposite effects. My memory's been better ever since forgot where I put my weed. So I actually, and maybe that's a unique data point. There's also the nausea though. And honestly, the nausea, I'm sick of it. And the memory loss. Memory loss is one of the things. And I can't remember where I put my weed. And I've also lost my sense of taste, which is why I bought Super Mario sheets for my bed. Shout out to Scott Porteous. One of the COVID symptoms of COVID-19 symptoms is a dry cough, but I've had a wet, productive cough, so I'm fine, right? No, I'm sure I haven't had any of that. I got the vaccine. Getting it was easier than it was to learn how to spell Pfizer. It's just real quick, in and out. But you know how a needle works. It was just a quick jab, and I apologized for punching the nurse. But in all fairness, that is my getting stabbed reaction. So, you know, I just want the lockdown to end. I have not been this frustrated by a color-coded warning system since 2002. Yesterday, I was really achy, which sucked. But 今天我可是和你一点点马马虎虎. So that's new, and I'm liking that. And I'm feeling great now because I'm no longer crippled by fear. You know, that's a plus. But also, my 5G connection is just working great. You know, I debated which vaccine should I get. You know, I ended up getting the Pfizer, but you know, the Oxford vaccine starts working, you know, at its full force in 7 to 10 days. Then there's the Moderna vaccine. That's the one that Dolly Parton funded, and its work starts working in 9 to 5. So, but you know, now everything I've been experiencing, I'm worried it's a side effect. It's nonstop hot flashes and then cold flashes and hot flashes and cold flashes. And you'd think that would average out, but no. And then there's all sorts of other things that I haven't really looked up on WebMD, but I don't know what else to call them. And I'm worried to type in what I call them, things like the crazy leg, you know, the hot toe, you know the one. The inverted ball sack. Oh, this is none. I don't want any WebMD answers on any of these. Some of these things might not actually have been related to. They might be separate medical issues. I don't know. But you know, hey, now that we know there's a little bit of juice at the bottom of some of those vaccine vials, sharing needles doesn't seem like such a bad idea anymore, does it? Oh, it still is. Shit. You know, the other symptom I've been experiencing is memory loss. I can't remember the number of times I've forgotten something important. You know, the diarrhea is a nice change of pace from the constipation, though. That's that sometimes a change is as good as a rest. You know, some of the symptoms I've been experiencing are maybe best described in the titles of Goosebumps books by R.L. Stine in the 1990s, because some of my symptoms include werewolf skin, don't go to sleep, vampire breath, bad hair day, monster blood. And I also, by the way, I should mention, I've been diagnosed with monster blood types 1 and 2. Yeah, there was a sequel. Plus, honestly, thanks to my paranoia, this whole time I've been telling you all of this, I thought you guys were laughing at me. Anyways, that's my time. Thank you.
Cool. Good job. Okay. I liked it. I laughed a lot. I liked a lot of stuff. A lot of it was type 2 because I can see that you worked on some of it already. Like you've cut down stuff and you put some stuff in. Have some tags. I lost my sense of taste. I now like Tekashi 6ix9ine.
There's a lot of different ways I could take that one.
Yeah, you can take that however you want. Right?
Just easy, low hanging fruit. Just
just because it also like you can like shoot like 3-4 tags on it right away.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you're right. Yeah, I should rule of threes that one. I should pick three fun things.
What's it called? Dolly Parton, 9 to 5. I was expecting you to sing it.
A
little bit.
I've played with that. I'm trying to find out which I should do. If I should leave it, if I should just leave it there on the floor, or starts working in 9 to 5. I don't know if I should.
No, but because it's like the way you did it this time, it's kind of a slow fuse. It comes back after. The only reason I said this is because when the fuse kind of popped, I was not listening to what the next thing you were saying.
Oh, fair enough.
Which it might happen, but that might also be retarded. So one of the two. Cold flashes and hot flashes. I keep flashing hot people outside, but it's getting cold.
Oh, fair enough.
I don't know why. And then on your second memory loss thing, you should start. Well, I don't know if you should, but if you want to, you can try it with like, I can't find my weed again, like on the second time, and try to like going into that second joke for a second. Whatever. That's what I was thinking. But and then keep like just for a second and then continue with it. That's what I had.
Thank you. Andy?
All right. First of all, this is why I do this. You guys are obviously both pros. And for one Facebook user out there that made a comment, these guys are both pros, so be gentle on me. The weed callback loved how you were doing that. The callback all the way in. I'd end with it, probably just because it was so kind of pleasing every time you did it, and it'd be a great way to kind of pull it together. I'm new at stand-up. I've done improv before, and so it's this is the best example of any of the open mics I've done of somebody kind of bringing a character kind of into their bit. And it's really pleasing for me, just because this is kind of where my roots are. You made me cough, so fuck you. Like, anytime anybody talks about coughing, then you and so I'm like, and the only other thing I had is I've got irritable bowel syndrome, and diarrhea always a nice relief from constipation. So it's always a nice, like, it's constipation's what really fucking sucks. But great job. This is why I love doing these writing mics, because I love seeing guys like you really supportive, really professional at what you do. So I'd stand amazed here too.
All of that is me mentioning one or two medical oddities in each different set, and I kind of like cobbled them together into a theme.
Yeah, your character is just. Have you done any acting?
Yeah, I have. Yeah,
it's obvious. Yeah, your character is really freaking good. I've done a lot of that, and your character is really good. So,
thank you.
I wanted to add, I don't know if you had feedback or if it's new or something like that. The jab line with the nurse, it was only one jab. That was strong. I like that a lot.
Your juice at the end of the needles too. Your juice at the end of all of what you wrote is very, very topical, and COVID humor is so hard to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried. I'm trying to develop. We all got vaccinated material instead of hey, we're all inside material, because that won't play well outside.
So good. Yeah, really freaking good.
Oh, thank you. All right. Anything else?
No.
All right. Next up, please welcome to the rectangle. It's Andy.
Oh, dear God. Here's the octagon. I work at a company that's involved in marketing. There feels like there's always been an issue picking out marketing mascots. Take, for example, you have the Snuggle Bear. You have the Charmin Bear. Why the hell do we think bears are so soft? Have you ever gotten near enough to actually pet a bear? I haven't. I'd be scared shitless. Speaking of scared shitless, Charmin's soft toilet paper has a little bit of soap on it. Now, I'm like you, Elmer. I don't have a lot of fucking hair on here. If you don't wash off soap, though, from what I know, it dries, right? And it causes dandruff. So unless I'm mistaking something, there's a bunch of hairy-ass motherfucking males running around with dandruff issues, scratching their ass, and that might help us actually really answer a question. Why do we buy toilet paper a baby sells us also? I've got kids. Babies don't wipe themselves. I've wiped my baby's ass. Babies don't know shit about toilet paper. You know who should be selling us toilet paper? Mr. Clean should be selling us toilet paper. That man looks like he knows a whole lot about toilet paper. Andre the Giant should be selling us toilet paper. J-Lo should be selling us toilet paper. I'm just saying, somebody who's known for their ass should be selling us toilet paper. Hell, the Kardashians should be selling us toilet paper. They sold us so much shit, they might as well sell us something to clean it up with. It feels like it's hard to pick marketing mascots today. There's self-serving mascots out there. Smokey the Bear. You know why Smokey the Bear wants you to prevent forest fires? So he can survive long enough to eat your fucking ass. Remember the laughing cow, the dairy cow? Why is that cow really laughing, though? Maybe it's because it's a dairy cow and it's not hamburger. Ha ha, motherfuckers. Enjoy your fucking milk. Moo. You've got the mascots that seem a little bit too amped, too, right? Macho Man Randy Savage snapping to a Slim Jim. And then there's the Kool-Aid Man. Oh, yeah. Both the same fucking thing. They're both wearing psychedelic efforts, and they both, I'm just saying, we've seen the guys walking around with frat parties, and there's a little bit something more than Kool-Aid in those little plastic glasses that they have. Then you got those mascots that seem a little bit too off, right? Everybody knows Ronald's a freak, but at least he doesn't walk around saying, poke me. Pillsbury Doughboy, we kind of know what you're up to. And does anybody really want to tickle me, Elmo? Cereal mascots seem not to even try. Why pick a mascot that makes sense? Just pick a funny little guy. There's Trix the Rabbit, Toucan Sam, Tony the Tiger, and the Honey Smacks Frog. There's the Honey Bee and the Sugar Smacks Bear. There's the Cocoa Puff Birds. Hell, I don't care. There's Fred Flintstone, fat bastard wouldn't lie. Fred looks like he's a food guy, but the cereal mascot that's weirdest at all, that Cinnamon Toast mascot. Those little Cinnamon Toast guys, they eat each other, meaning that when they meet each other, they don't greet each other. They say, die, 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 die. Thank you.
Cool.
Nice.
Nice.
Sorry, I wasn't normally die, die, die isn't the phrase I know to end on.
Yeah. You end up.
I like that though. I have a theory about the toilet paper, why they use like cats and bears and stuff. I think it's for them saying this is for your bare ass or your pussy. That's my actual theory. I don't know. That's also kind of also I'm worried that if you got like big booty celebrities, like if you've got Kim Kardashian toilet paper, I'm worried that toilet paper that can handle an ass that can break the internet, that toilet paper is going to break my septic tank. That's my concern. That's some heavy duty shit right there.
That's hilarious. You got more comments, Jester?
No, that's all I got.
Okay, cool. I like the Charmin the Bear commercial. So you're saying like, oh, the bears hug you and stuff like that. So if he hugs you for real, you're broken and you're bleeding, not what you want from your toilet paper. Or you can say you're all tore up and you're bleeding. You can also say that. Mr. Clean should be selling toilet paper, and he should be, and kind of in my head, it's like Mr. T's voice, like, you better clean your ass, boy. Like something like that. The fat guys walking around with cups. There's just a little something more in them, and I'm not talking like a vodka punch. I'm talking roofies. What else do I like? I like the cow stuff, and the die, like Jester was saying, like I wasn't prepared for that to be the end. It was cool. But even
If you scream
that's
die,
my
die,
time.
die, and then just run off stage, you'll like,
Yeah.
you'll find yourself on a
yeah.
police blotter.
Yes. Yes. In
That
real
was-
life,
that
you
was-
could do that.
Yeah. Just tell the host first.
Yes. So he can say your name at the end, right?
Yes. Yeah. We're like, okay. Yeah, they can do your closing. No, that was great. That was all solid material. I was trying to think, what is an animal that would be like if you're gonna stick with the animal, what's an animal that would be good for the job? And I was thinking maybe like some sort of like weird scum sucking deep sea fish. Like something that slurps up all the shit, like just like or something that just like leaves nothing on the bone, like a piranha.
Yeah.
But that might be a little too scary.
Yeah.
Like what I was trying to think of other animals that might be good for your ass.
Yeah. No idea.
It was a hard question to answer. I was like, just give it a hit.
I started to think about such weird thing. I'm like, what if it's a mythical creature? What if it's a unicorn? Gets all up in there with that thing and drills it out. I don't know why.
Yeah, ribbed. There always seem to be ribbed. Like I don't know if that's just a typical stylistic choice, but there always seems to be like a little.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever.
Comment from Lisa Bender on Facebook says that was awesome, Andy. Someone's doing live comedy and still watching us.
Nice. Good job. Hopefully it's illegally underground somewhere.
Yeah. I'm here in Ontario where everything is still mega lockdown.
Same.
Yeah. America, you guys are doing it the fun way.
Merca.
All right. That was awesome, Andy. That was fantastic. If you hadn't have told us 5 or 6 times that this is your first time, I wouldn't have believed you. Next up, it's Elner.
Let's do it. Cool. So Gates, Musk, and Bezos seem to be having trouble recently. So we'll start with Billy Boy. Billy Boy has been to Fuck Island one too many times, apparently. And now with Epstein gone and the case is being opened up, also people are finding out he's buying all this farmland and stuff. Like, I just can't see, I can see him stacking piles of paper. I can't see him stacking bales of hay, right? Clearly, Bill Gates needs some publicity help. So I seen this article that was posted yesterday or the day before where it's like, here's Bill Gates' 5 book suggestions. And I thought, for real, if he had real book suggestions, what would they be? I'm thinking the first one would be Lolita, because that's the pedo Bible. The second one would probably be like how to build shit software and sell it for a profit. The third one, now that Melinda left, is probably going to be If I Did It by OJ. The fourth one would probably be a self-title like Fantastic Nerds and How to Hide Them once they start coming after him after the Epstein stuff. And maybe, living on the Microsoft Edge. From Explorer to Edge, the story of buffering. Bezos' ex-wife also that left him, and just recently came out that she donated another $2.5 billion to charities. That's like $5 billion in total. What does she need all that good PR for? Like, what is she doing? I think she was in Epstein Island in that relationship. I think that's what happened. And Jeff himself, he's going off to space. He's going to meet like Elon Musk's homeboy at the Roadster. That's probably actually Jeffrey Epstein. He's doing the 2.0 version. Space Fuck Island. Come visit now. That's why Jeff is taking his brother too. He's going to get him space late for the first time. Meanwhile, Elon Musk is issuing a challenge for people to capture carbon from the atmosphere. Oh, what a great deed. It doesn't really take a genius. I'm no genius. But here's my proposal. And my proposal comes from a place of nature. It comes from a place of lazy. I'm sure we can all appreciate it. America has 40 million acres of grass, like lawns, right? Normally, the average height of a lawn is kept at 2 inches. They say, don't cut it more shorter than 2 inches, you're bad for your lawn. And, the city and everybody, like, makes sure that your lawn is not, like, tall and gross and stuff. Lawn, my friends, as in grass, takes carbon from the atmosphere and brings us oxygen, the shit that we need to live. If we just go lazy and stop cutting that grass, in 1 month, we can triple our capacity to capture carbon. I don't know if I'm getting my $1 million now or later, but I think the best way to do it is to go lazy and just stop doing shit. So grass will grow and we'll have better air to breathe. We'll see. It might work. Evolution thought about this shit before us. We're not that smart. We're behind. And I think evolution is progressing. Like recently, I live right next to a construction site, right? And I think the birds in my neighborhood have started evolving. They can't hear themselves over the noise, just like I can't hear myself over the noise. So I think they started adjusting their mating calls to be similar to the construction site. That beep, 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 truck backing up. I think that's a bird now. The drill sound, like the drrr, 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 I think that's another bird. I think the next stage in their evolution is going to be mimicking the cat calls of the construction site worker. And I think their bird songs are going to do this. Here's my mixer. Here's my drill. Give me your number, and later we'll chill. So that's all I had for material.
Oh, it's a songbird.
Yeah.
I love it.
Cool.
We've got a comment from the community. She says, LOL, Space Fuck Island is awesome. I'm going to take that as a ringing endorsement for Space Fuck Island. So five out of 5 stars. Can't recommend Space Fuck Island enough.
Hell yes.
I loved it. I like that. I actually like the sensible tip of the grass thing. I got a line tag for you. I got our grass. So here are our options. Our grass is long, or our grass is ass, or our ass is grass. Our grass is long, or our ass is grass.
Okay.
Sorry, I fucked up the delivery.
That's fine. That's fine.
And there was a moment when you transitioned from Jeff to Jeff, where I had some Jeff wires crossed, and I wasn't sure which.
Fuck!
You had a lot of You had a couple of different pedophiles named Jeff stacked.
I know.
Next to each other.
I was using Epstein so much.
Seems like niche. Seems like billionaire pedophile named Jeff would be a niche thing, but
listen, I was writing this right after the Vatican stuff, so
I'm sensing a theme. It was very good.
Yeah, cool.
I work in software, so goddamn if I'm not bummed I didn't think of the Gates Bezos going through a divorce thing right now, because I'm going through a divorce. So wow, couldn't have spoke to me more. And your voice, you just deliver everything, both routines, everything in such an authentic voice to you that it sounds so believable coming from your perspective. My lawn. My divorce got so ridiculous. My lawn came up. Love it. Love see, I'm not lazy. I'm just concerned about the environment. So I'm using that from now on. And then the cat calls. The cat calls always kind of like when you can predict where a joke is going. There's always an element of, okay, get there. I want you to get there. Yes, you got there. And it's too predictable. And you got there, but you weren't predictable. And so I thought it was great. Like you did it in such a cool way, authentic to your voice also. So and very, very satisfying at the end. So I love what both you guys do.
You got Melinda stacking bills from Bill's Bill Stack.
And the fact that all of them, Bezos' wife, keeps making payments out to people, do you think he's not sitting there going, fuck you? That's like, quit. When are we done? Just pay whoever you want to pay and just let's call it a day. So I love the fact that you go, he made another payment. Or she made another payment, you know he's sitting there going, just stop, okay? I get it. I'm an asshole. You're a philanthropist. We call it, you know, good. So cool, really unique perspective.
Yeah, he's absolutely desperate to rehab his image as a philanthropist.
Yeah.
Philanthropist, not philanderer. Sorry,
You think
easy
she's
to
fucking with him?
confuse those two.
Yeah, and you think she's fucking with him, just making a payment, just so he makes another payment, just so she can bleed him out of money?
I bet every single time it asks her to update Windows and restart her computer, she's like, "Oh, call my fucking lawyer."
Yeah,
Guys,
we're going to war
I
again.
have like 5 minutes on just that, just why Windows
awesome
is fucked
stuff.
up, and it has like Excel and PowerPoint jokes and shit and all this kind of stuff.
And what's
Everybody in
Bill?
software
And what's
has-
Bill gonna do? He's kind of got his up to the wall. Yeah, fine. I'll agree to the terms of service. Like if I want to keep doing what I'm doing, fine.
Yeah.
I'm writing this stuff down.
Yeah, cheers. That's for you.
Oh, that's hilarious. The
You guys are
diversity.
great. You said it's like comedians hanging out in the back of a
In the
club.
back booth.
That's so what this feels like right now. So such a healthy environment. I thank you guys. I'm in my second quarter at Second City. It's just fun hanging out with people who do the same kind of thing. And you guys have so much to offer. So I couldn't appreciate this more.
Me too. This when all the clubs closed, there was a big billionaire space rocket shaped hole in my heart, and this seemed like the best thing to fill that shaped hole in me. There were other options, but this is filling that hole just fine.
Yeah, if I can get Melinda's donations, this will do. Yeah, yo, I just finished like a joke book with just stuff from the workshop. I'm so like, I don't think I've ever like went start to finish with just topics from and I'm proud of that kind of. But anyway,
Awesome.
It was a good time. Thank you guys.
That's why we do this here. Thank you. We do the workshop every night here. You can look at look us up on Facebook as the Comedy Workshop. We every single night at 10 p.m. We also do a couple of flagship shows with like competition shows. We do turf wars, we do verses, and we're looking on starting up a game night. So we'll look forward to some more information coming on that soon. So this has been episode 382. Have a great night, everybody.
Love you guys. Thanks.
Great night. Bye bye.